welcome to day one of Adrenaline Junkies Week. I'm Zai Tong.
And I'm Dan Riskin. We're standing on top of the CN Tower. This is called the Edge Walk. It's 356 meters up, 1,168 feet, and I'm terrified.
Well, we're also 116 stories up as well. Dan, how are you doing?
Well, my adrenaline is quite high right now, but actually you don't have to just take my word for it because we have some data.
That is right. We are hooked up to heart rate monitors, and we're also testing our blood to check for the effects of adrenaline.
And later on, we're going to find out which of the two of us had a bigger adrenaline rush from this. I wonder who that will be.
Well, who knows, right? Because looks can really be deceiving. But either way, all week we're going to be featuring adrenaline junkies from around the world and testing the limits of human endurance.
So let's get started with a man who does things in an airplane you should never do. Okay, we're good. Can we go inside?
Dad, we just got out here.
I just think we should go inside. It's a high-G maneuver that could kill an inexperienced pilot.
You start to spin and you give your body something you don't experience anywhere. And it's something very extreme.
The accelerated flat spin.
So you have to prepare your mind, your body for that. My name is Marc Grune. My goal is to break the world record in flat accelerated spins. Right now it stands at 30. I try to at least triple it and achieve a new world record.
The record attempt happens in 2 weeks. Today, Marc is spin training.
I wanted to become a pilot all my life. When I was young, I wanted to become a military pilot, fly fast jets with a lot of power.
Now, he's a lieutenant colonel in the German Air Force.
I achieved that goal. I wanted to give something back to society.
So Marc's flight is raising money for a children's cancer charity.
I want to convince people that what I do is something extraordinary, and it's so much involved that they want to give something for those kids.
His intentions are good, but that won't protect him. Being well prepared, that's key.
This is an extra 330 SC, one of the best aerobatic airplanes on the planet right now. Why is it one of the best ones? Because what you need in aerobatic flight is power. More than 300 horsepower needed for a lot of thrust. You have short wings with very thickness because what you need is definitely a lot of lift to be agile and make big maneuvers. Furthermore, a very nice tail section. In the tail section, you have a very big rudder. This rudder gives you a lot of agility for the airplane, what you need, and the elevator, which gives you a very much high pitch and roll rate. Very good.
This aircraft is engineered to handle the high G forces. The human body isn't, at least not normally.
It's a calculated risk. It's not something I do and see what happens without knowing what I'm doing.
Marc gains height, almost 3 kilometers up. For the world record, it'll be more than double that.
A flat spin, you have to understand at first, when an aircraft is not flying anymore,
I'm decelerating.
It goes slower, slower, slower. You don't have sufficient lift anymore, and at that moment, when it's stalled, it starts to enter a spin. Very quick, very brutal, very aggressive. I slam the stick forward into the right corner, the airplane goes very quick. So the difference between before and afterward is like that to that, okay?
Now I spin very fast and the performance goes back. I need to have my head straight.
The moment I enter the spin, my fluid in the ears, they sense to me that something in the three-dimensional room is very difficult. I don't know my exact position anymore. It takes me around about 5 to 7 spins until that feeling stops. That moment I have to strengthen my muscles, I have to breathe strong to maintain that position. I don't see in the outside world anymore. What I can see is the difference between the horizon and the aircraft nose, which gives me the feeling where is the aircraft in relation to the horizon. Very, very important.
It's the only thing that tells him his spin is safe and stable.
Continuing.
The big challenge now, he has to strain against the G-force, yanking his head and body to the side.
Very high on the forces.
Push this. Yes.
It's something he trains for every day. Targeting upper body muscles.
Especially the neck, because then when you strengthen the neck, you have that control about the instruments and the outside world. You have to maintain it for the 2 to 2.5 minutes it lasts. If you let go in the neck area, your head goes like this. Very important. If you do that, you feel immediately the feeling to vomit. In every turn, you can say as a rough number, you lose 200 feet in 1.4 seconds. So I have to keep an eye on the altimeter, because if I start to go out of the spin at low altitude, I might have not enough altitude to recover. At that moment, well, tough luck. Fatal error.
The fluid in Marc's ears is stable, so his body no longer perceives the spin. It's lying to him, so he must trust only his instruments.
You are in a world of spin.
He prepared for that, too, in a disorientation trainer. It simulates high G spins, so he knows what to expect and how to stay focused on what's important.
Altitude, very nice. 5.5, continuing.
That's vital at the most crucial stage of the maneuver,
To recover soon.
when Marc will stop the spin.
And at that moment, the ear is going to go nuts. The sensation you get from your body is completely for the next 5 seconds. You have to disobey everything what you get because you cannot make any mistake. Any mistake at that altitude, I might have not enough altitude to recover.
When Marc pulls out, it feels to him like he's still spinning, but opposite to how he was before.
So that must be really something you train over and over again. You cannot blend this feeling out when you go out of the spin. It's very aggressive.
Marc pulls out with room to spare.
In this case today, I did 30. Well, let's see if I can do 100.
2 weeks later, on the big day, Marc speeds 7.5 kilometers up, so high he has to wear an oxygen mask. He enters his spin, matches the old record, surpasses it, then, at spin number 60, something that never happened during training. The canopy fogs up. Marc is blind.
The key to every danger is to know when to start and when to stop and to get a good grip on the risk.
So, Marc stops short of his goal of 100 spins and recovers. The new record is 85 spins. Canopy clear, he returns to Earth.
So it's a demanding stuff, but that's basically what passionate people do. They love their job, they want to do something good for it,